Hi, beautiful soul. If this message has found you, take that as a sign, not of coincidence, but of divine timing. Spirit has something urgent and heartfelt to share with you today. So take a breath and listen with your whole self. This is a message meant to meet you exactly where you are and help you understand what's quietly been unfolding beneath the surface. The first card you were given was the Knight of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed represents scattered energy, acting too quickly without clarity, burnout, and impulsive decision making or rushing into conflict. Spirit opens this reading with the warning cloaked in tenderness: slow down. The reversed Knight of Swords shows us a pattern, one where we rush to react, to speak, to fix, or to run, not because we're sure, but because we're afraid to sit still. Spirit is gently pulling us out of that frantic energy and asking us to pause. Not everything requires a fast response. Sometimes the lesson is not moving, not chasing, and not forcing. This card says you're not falling behind. You're being protected from running in the wrong direction. Let the stillness teach you before you make your next move. The next card Spirit gave you was the Six of Cups upright. This card represents nostalgia, memories, childhood, reconnection, and emotional simplicity. This card brings us back to a softer place, not to get stuck in the past, but to remember who we were before the world told us to be someone else. The Six of Cups says there is healing in remembering. Some of the answers that you're looking for are already in your timeline, in the version of you that once dreamed without fear, or in the memory that still brings a quiet ache. Spirit might be bringing someone or something back into your orbit, not to repeat the past, but to help you reclaim a forgotten part of yourself. You don't have to run from nostalgia. Let it remind you of what still matters. The next card we received was the King of Cups upright. This card represents emotional mastery, wisdom through compassion, and holding space for others without being overwhelmed. This is the heart of the reading. The King of Cups shows up when we're ready to feel deeply without being ruled by emotion. He is the calm eye in the storm. Spirit is reminding us your sensitivity is not weakness. Your capacity to hold space, love, and understand others is part of your power, but not at the cost of abandoning yourself. This card says it's time to emotionally lead, not from reaction, not from control, but from centered truth. You're becoming someone who can weather internal waves and still speak love into chaos. That's not softness, that's spiritual strength. The next card we were given was the King of Swords reversed. This card represents mental rigidity, coldness, detached logic, and manipulation or intellectual overreach. Here, Spirit challenges us to confront our own emotional detachment. The reversed King of Swords isn't about intellect, he's about control. Sometimes we use logic as armor to avoid vulnerability, and this card is asking, where have you silenced your own heart in favor of appearing strong? Spirit is revealing that over-rationalizing your fears, or someone else's, may be keeping you stuck in a state of emotional disconnection. This is a time to trust what your body, your soul, and your intuition know, not just what your mind tries to control. Let yourself come out from behind the mask of logic. You're safe to feel again, love. The next card Spirit gave was the Two of Swords upright. This is the card for indecision, stalemate, avoidance, and refusing to choose. You've been holding your breath at the crossroads. The Two of Swords shows us that Spirit knows you're torn between action and stillness, between speaking and staying silent, between the path of safety and the one that calls to your soul. But this card says avoidance is a choice, and it's costing you your peace. Spirit is asking you to stop looking for perfect clarity. There is no right answer that will erase all risk. The path opens when you commit, so choose with your heart. That's where Spirit is waiting to meet you. And the last card Spirit gave was the Four of Cups upright. This card represents apathy, emotional disconnection, and focusing on what's lacking and missing the blessing that's in plain sight. Spirit closes this reading with a gentle but direct reminder: you are not being ignored. You're being offered something you keep overlooking. The Four of Cups shows up when we're too focused on disappointment to notice the miracle forming right next to us. A shift is trying to enter, whether in your relationship, your creativity, or your spiritual walk, but you may be so consumed with what didn't happen that you're completely missing what's already here. This card is your wake-up call. Look up, look again. Spirit is offering a blessing that doesn't look like what you expected, but it might be exactly what your soul has been asking for. This message is about reconnection, not just to Spirit, but to ourselves. Spirit is lovingly calling us out of numbness, overthinking, detachment, and stagnation, not to shame us, but to bring us home to our emotional truth. We're being reminded that rushing won't bring clarity, that the past still holds wisdom, that strength lies in staying emotionally anchored, that logic can't replace intuition, that we are allowed to feel torn, but not forever, and that sometimes the very blessing that we seek is already reaching for us. We just need to see it with softer eyes. The most important message here: you are safe to feel, you are safe to choose, and you're safe to begin again. And Spirit's final whisper is this: you've been quiet for too long, not just with others, but with yourself. You've swallowed your truth, delayed your peace, outsmarted your heart. But Spirit is handing you a cup again, a torch, a doorway. It's not too late to walk through it. All they ask is that you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start honoring the one that you're already in. Because healing isn't a destination, it's this moment, this breath, this choice to begin. Thank you so much for being here, love. If something in this message resonated with you, I would truly love to hear about it in the comments. I read every single one and I love interacting with you. If you've been carrying something on your heart and would like a Spirit-led personalized reading, I now offer them through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Until next time, love, be kind to yourself. Spirit is closer than you think.